I, Jen Nowicki, am here to inform you about how my life was shaped and changed due to the presence of furry, scaly, feathered, and slimy animals. Ever since I can remember, even before I can remember, animals had always been a part of my life. I'm told at the beginning of my life, I was welcomed home by a big, wet, slobbery kiss from our family dog. I guess ever since I have had a soft spot for animals. Once our family dog had passed away, I would volunteer to walk neighborhood dogs or try to rescue injured wildlife. Why do I have this fascination with animals? First of all, they make you feel comfortable with who you are. They don't judge, they sense your mood, they're happy to see you no matter what, and you can tell them anything. My second reasoning is they make you feel important. They make you feel like you matter. Fostering an animal and finding it the perfect home can be very rewarding. Again, they're always happy to see you. My third reasoning is that they're just so fascinating. Some protect their young better than people do. For an example, bears will kill anything that gets in between cubs or they'll die trying. Some adapt to change better than people do. For an example, the great white pelican. Due to overfishing, it has learned that it can eat baby birds. Some work better in groups than people do as well. For an example is the African wild dog. Even on the hunt for large game, the pack is very organized. Once a prey animal has been singled out, one dog will grab the animal's tail, two will go for the face to distract it, and another dog will come in and do the final blow. Now that you know why I have this fascination with animals, I'm going to tell you how they have shaped my life. It all began with trying to rescue wild and mistreated animals. Helping out something, or someone for that matter, makes you feel good about yourself. I remember being very young, 7 or 8, and climbing into window wells to rescue frogs. And I would keep them until my mom would drive me to a nearby park where I could release them in a pond. I wanted to make a difference for someone or something. Animals seemed to be the ticket. So I began working at the SPCA and collecting everything I could for them. After the SPCA, I fell in love with horses. I began taking lessons. I began showing at a professional level, and then I began teaching lessons and running the summer camps. I even began training horses. Unfortunately, finances were a problem, so I found a job working in a veterinarian office. I currently work at that hospital, known as the Bay Ridge Animal Hospital, and I've been there for 6 years now. Approximately a year ago, I got promoted to being an evening supervisor. Just a few months ago, we found a dog that we named Lucy. Someone had turned her over to us because they couldn't afford to take care of her. We got her better, but unfortunately she turned out to be a little aggressive towards some people. So we worked with her. We took her on walks, I let her stay at my house for a few nights, and finally, after a few tries, I found someone that would give her a chance. So far, so good. That is just an example of how I am determined to help. Without my previous interactions with animals and the drive to learn everything about them, I would not be where I am today. From rescuing frogs from window wells to assisting in emergency surgery at a vet's office, I will always be inspired to learn more about the fascinating lives of animals. I plan on working with animals for many years to come and hope that you can take a second to enjoy nature as I have done. As you can see, I would not be where I am today without the effect of animals in my life.
You did.